Okay, so in the last video, I was saying that I use Control Z on the keyboard. I press Control or Command Z. Actually, on a Mac, it's Command Z. But basically, it's the shortcut for doing what is edit, redo vibrance, edit, undo vibrance over and over again. Control Z, Control Z. It goes back one step in time and then forward one step in time every time you hit Control Z. But if Control Z is hard to remember, you can always go up and do it the long way. Edit, undo. But also, the little shortcut, what do you call it? I guess, yeah, it says what the shortcut is. That a little symbol right there is Command for a Mac. But on yours, if you have a PC, it should say Control, little symbol for Control Z. And those symbols should also be on your keyboard. In case you don't remember what that symbol means, just look on your keyboard. But computer shortcuts I use all the time. They save me a ton of time. You can't even imagine what it would be like if I didn't use my computer shortcuts. So I'm going to teach them throughout the course, maybe probably just a couple a week. I know a lot, but I don't want to overwhelm people. So for this lesson, just learn these commands right here. Control Z. Control Z goes back a step, and then Control Z goes forward a step. Or maybe that was forward a step and then backward a step. Because this is the image that we started out with, and then I'm pressing Control Z again. And that's after I adjusted the vibrance and saturation a little bit. And it brought out the color, which I really like. I can save this now, or I can do another adjustment, and I wanted to show you guys a couple more adjustments. So I'm going to go Image, Adjustment again, and then I want to do Levels, which has to do with the tone, the shadow, and the highlights of the image. So if I adjust, there's 3 different little triangles on the sliders, and the black one on the left pumps. If I move it to the right, yes, then it pumps up the shadow in the image and adds a lot more contrast that way. And then if I bring down the little white slider, it brings out the highlights, which I think that's a bit much. I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. The middle slider does something in between, kind of adjusts the overall image either towards the light, or increasing the darkness, or decreasing the darkness, whichever way you move it, increasing lightness and decreasing darkness. I think I'm going to darken the whole image just a little bit so that you can see the shadows in the starfish, and it makes the starfish look a little bit more alive and wet. It's kind of slimy looking now, which I think is an improvement, because that's what I remember when I took the picture. And so let me just go back in time, edit, undo levels, so you can see this is the before, and then if I go edit, redo levels, this is after. And for me, I think that's pretty good. I might do one more adjustment. Let's see, image, adjust. What else can I do? Maybe adjust the shadows and highlights. I could just leave it on the default, I think. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to get into shadows and the highlights because that's a little bit more complicated. But anyway, you can play around with any of these and just see what happens. There's posterize, which changes it into more of a cartoon, kind of like, I guess as it says, posterizes it. Let's see. Can't tell right now. I think it's only at the lower levels of it. Level 9, see, level 7, you can start to see that it's posterizing the rocks. Anyway, just play around with adjustments for this week, and then I want you to save this image. So go File, Save, and then call it, oops, it's already saved, File, Save As, so that you can save it as something else. Starfish adjusted. And I'm just going to type adjusted and then hit save. Oh, make sure it's on your desktop so you can find it, and then hit save. Click OK.